Gerasimus by Reverend S. Baring-Gould, adapted by We Are One Body Audio Theater, read by Tony Chiapetta. One day, as the old abbot was walking on the banks of the Jordan, he saw a lion limping and roaring with pain. The lion, instead of attempting to escape, held up its paw, which was much swollen, and Gerasimus, taking it on his lap, examined it, and saw that a sharp splinter had entered the flesh. He withdrew the piece of reed and bathed the paw. The lion afterwards gratefully followed him to his cell and never after left him, but was fed by the abbot. There was a donkey belonging to the monastery which brought water from the Jordan for the necessities of the brethren. And Gerasimus sent the donkey out to pasture under the guardianship of the lion. One day, the lion had gone away from his charge, and an Arabian camel driver passing by stole the donkey. In the evening, the lion returned, depressed in spirits, to the monastery without the donkey. Gerasimus naturally concluded that the lion had eaten the animal, and he cried out to the lion, "Jordan, where is the donkey?" The lion stood still and looked back over his shoulder. "You have eaten him," said the abbot. "For your punishment, what the donkey did, you shall do now." And thenceforth the lion carried the water for the brethren. Now one day a certain soldier came to the monastery, and seeing the lion toiling under the water bottles, he pitied the lordly beast and gave some money to the abbot to buy a donkey on the next opportunity and release the lion from its office of water carrier. Some days after this, as the lion was near Jordan, there came by the driver who had stolen the donkey with 3 camels and the stolen beast itself. The lion set up its mane and roared and made towards the man, whereupon the driver took to his heels. Then the lion caught the end of the donkey's halter and drew it along with the camels to the door of the monastery. And thus the abbot learned that he was wrong in accusing his friend of having devoured his charge. For 5 years, the lion was the constant companion of the old abbot, going in and out among the monks, and at the expiration of that time, Gerasimus died. Now the lion was out when he departed to his rest, but when the lion returned home, he went about searching for the old man. Then the abbot Sabbatius, a disciple of Gerasimus, seeing the uneasiness of the lion, said to him, "Jordan, our old friend has gone away and left us orphans, and has migrated to the Lord. But here is food. Take and eat." But the lion would not, and paced to and fro, seeking the dead man, and every now and then throwing up his head and roaring. Then Sabbatius and some of the other brethren came and rubbed his neck, and said, "The old man is departed to the Lord, and has left us." But this did not appease the lion, and the more they caressed him and spoke to him, the more agitated he became, and the louder he roared, showing with mouth and eyes how great was his distress, because he saw not the old man. Then the abbot Sabatius said to him, "Come along with me, as you will not believe me, and I will show you where our old friend is laid." And he led the lion to the place where Gerasimus was buried. And the abbot Sabatius, standing at the tomb, said, "See, here is where he is buried." And then he knelt and wept upon the grave. So, when the lion saw this, he went and stretched himself on the grave, with his head on the sand, and moaned, and remained there, and would not leave the place. A few days after, the lion was found dead upon the grave of Gerasimus.
A production of We Are One Body Audio Theater.